Welcome to the Arbutus Analyzer tutorial series. This tutorial will discuss reading delimited files directly using Arbutus Analyzer. There are two primary reasons for reading delimited files directly. The first reason is it's much faster to define the data if you don't have to flatten it. The second reason is it's much easier to edit delimited files if you're reading them directly in the event that you want to do extract and append. To begin, simply right-click in the project overview and select New Table. Browse to the data file. In this case, it's about 500 megabytes in size, and click Open. When you click Next, the wizard will automatically detect that this is a delimited file. The wizard also detects that this is tab delimited, and it will use the first row as column headers. Clicking Next, the wizard will grab some information from the file to determine the field characteristics. Because we do not flatten the file, we do not read every single record and every single field to determine the field characteristics. We read a large block or a block of information in order to get this information, and then we allow you to quickly edit this if need be. The next screen is the Edit Fields and Properties screen. This allows you to do things such as change field names or field types. In this case, I'll change some of these fields containing digits from print to make them ASCII, because I don't intend to do any totaling of these fields. And as soon as I finish editing those particular fields, I can click Next. Now, we finished the wizard process defining this delimited table. I'll just give it a good name here. When I click Next, we've just defined a 500 megabyte delimited file. For anyone who's used other data analytics programs, I think you'll agree that this is much faster. Now, as mentioned, because we do not read every single record and every single field and flatten the data, the next command you should run after defining a delimited file is the verify command. Verify will very quickly go through and identify any records where the data does not comply or does not match the format that was created. When I click on OK, it's going to read the 10 million records in this file in roughly 12 seconds and report back if any of the records are at odds with the format. In this case, there was. I've introduced a record that was a bit longer just to show you how this works. And in the event that you have any data lower in the file than what was read to determine the field characteristics, then all you need to do is simply to go into Edit Table Layout. In this case, the batch field was the field that had some records that were exceeding the field definition. So instead of a length of 5, we can just change this to be a length of 6. When I accept the entry, close down Edit Table Layout, I'll go back and quickly run the verify command again just to make sure that everything's okay now. Again, it's a fairly quick process, about 12 seconds. So I think you can agree that the time it takes to quickly go in and define this 500 megabyte file and then run a quick verify on it is much, much faster than if you had to define the entire file by reading the entire record and field information and flattening it. Now you have 10 million records defined, and if we wanted to do an extract and an append, we could simply go Data, Extract. We can extract the entire record to a field name or file name, append delimited, and I'll click on OK. Okay, that's pretty quick, 6 seconds. Now, if I have a second delimited file that I want to actually append to this data file, an easy way to do this would simply be to go into the delimited file I defined already, right-click, and simply point it at the new data file. because we're reading the data directly, and all we're doing is applying this format to the new data. And if the data is created on a day-to-day basis or a weekly basis, and the file structure is the same, this is a very quick and efficient way of working with the delimited data. In this case, I'll highlight a much smaller demo file. And again, what I'll do now is just to verify that this is okay. I'll run the verify command. It comes back very quickly. And now I can do an extract to my table called append delimited. And I can append very quickly. There it is. Now, just to confirm that all of the data lines up properly, I'll run the verify again. Again, should take about 12 seconds. 10,500,000 records. It's processing. It's reading. And last but not least, I can do a count to just add it into the log file so you can see that the two files were appended together, and there we have it. So very quick and efficient in terms of first reading delimited data, and then secondarily, if you need to extract and append, it's much simpler by being able to go into the edit table layout and just adjust the fields manually instead of having to use computed fields and or use group logic in a procedure or script. For additional information on working with delimited data, please see the Analyzer help file or contact your local support person.